morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are and what time it is where you're joining me from today. This is Zoliswa Cheche, and I welcome you to Speak It with Zoliswa. Today is the 16th of June in 2019. It is a day that is a public holiday in South Africa, which is dubbed as the Youth Day. It really all stems back to as far back as 1976, when the young students, young people, in the streets of Soweto in Johannesburg marched to have their voice, among other things, to prepare for their future, having their voice on an item or items that they were not happy about as the citizens of South Africa. The rest is history. A whole lot of us, especially if you're South African, know the traumatic experiences that people went through on that fateful day. However, today we commemorate all of those people that were involved. And we salute you. We're saying thank you so much for making a difference for those of us that were still younger, I was 6 months old at the time, and for those that have yet come, like our children, our grandchildren, and our great-grandchildren that are still to come. Thank you. You've done us proud, and I believe that day after day, as we commemorate this day, we will begin to understand that what you do today may not necessarily benefit you in that particular moment, but it is going to benefit somebody else in the future, and they will be grateful and thank you for it. So thank you to the youth of 1976. Now to the youth of today. What are you going to do for yourself today that you will thank yourself for at a later stage? It may not necessarily be in a scale as large as that of the youth of 1976 have had to go through, because we have since evolved. A number of things have happened that have moved us, especially as Black young people, from where we were then to where we are today. But we'll also acknowledge that there is still a lot that needs to be done so as to move us to the next level, to a higher level, up until we bring to fruition everything as we would like to see it in our dreams as young people. So the question is, what are you going to be doing today? Or what are you going to wake up and do tomorrow as a different, transformed strategy from the way that you've been doing things, so that when you look back in the times of your retirement, when you are sitting on that chair of yours, you are rolling and you are looking at what value you have added in life, what will you be proud of yourself for? As I'm speaking today, I'm saying youth, but youth is actually everybody, because today you are younger than you're going to be tomorrow. You are younger than you're going to be in the next week, month, year, decade. And therefore, if you are going to be young, you are younger today and you're still going to mature tomorrow, it means that to the extent that you are alive, have the capacity to do things for yourself, you have a responsibility to act in preparation for your tomorrow. Because remember, we are created to expand. We are created to increase. And if we don't do that, we shrink and we disintegrate, we diminish, we go backwards. We go to a state where we shouldn't be. Therefore, every action and every step that you are taking today is in preparation to what you're going to be reaping as a benefit tomorrow. Young people, the future lies right here in the palm of your hand. You may not have power to do anything or change any circumstance that is happening around you. You're seeing the market, you're seeing what you're calling the reality happening all around you. You have no control over that one, granted. But what you do have control over is how you're going to respond to the external circumstances in an effort to change them to suit you, to your own benefit. What are you going to do on a small scale to make a change to something that you don't like in every aspect of your life, in such a way that you can alter it to give effect to that which would be in line with the direction of your dream? You have the day today, you have the day tomorrow, you have the day on another day, but it all begins with you taking the first step. And there is no better time than taking the first step than right now. You may be asking me, what is the first step that I need to take? Yes, I'm unhappy about quite a number of things that are happening in different aspects of my life, but I don't know what to do to make that change. And I want to say to you, it all begins with a change in the mindset. You've been doing things the same way all along and they are not yielding the results that you would like to see. So begin to do them differently. Identify what it is that you do not like. Understand what is the opposite thereof. Focus on the opposite and start doing things that are directed to the opposite. Identify what it is that you do not like. Find the opposite thereof and start doing things, in other words, shifting things, doing things that are in line with the opposite. It is the flip coin, really. It is exactly the same universe. It's exactly the same life. It is exactly the same reality. But how you decide to focus on it is really dependent on you. And nobody can make you think what you don't want to think. Regardless of the circumstances, if you're going to focus your energy on the negative as it appears around you right now, just remember the same amount of energy that you're going to be giving to that negativity is the equal amount of energy that you could be using to focus on the opposite of the mess that you're seeing around you today. As usual, I love hearing from you. Please leave your comments at the bottom here so that I know that we are together. This is Zoliswa. Up until the next video, keep building your dream.